Hi, this is Kelly with Use It Scrapbooking, and I'm here today with a design tip and a paper saving tip for you. I created this layout based on a page maps sketch and also for a sketch challenge at the Memory Nest. These were fun pictures from a trip to Walt Disney World a few years ago. We stayed at the All-Star Movie Resort, so I picked paper that had stars and more stars and an accent with stars, and of course the pictures are a little busy because it's Disney and there's always a lot going on. And while I like the page, I noticed that my eye isn't really drawn to stay on the page. And so one of the things I like to do when that happens is to create a little frame around the edge of my layout. So the way that I like to create a frame is to take a contrasting color of cardstock and to layer it underneath. And in this case I've chosen this darker blue. And you can see, just adding it there, you can already tell that there's a difference. It brings your eye in to the center of the layout. But what we'll need to do is we're going to trim off a little bit of this, and then I'm going to show you a trick with this paper. Okay, so I've trimmed off a little bit of the pattern paper, and I put it on our 12 by 12 blue cardstock, and you can already see the difference. It brings your eye into the layout. It gives it a nice frame and kind of gives your eye a place to rest. It also plays off of this frame I created in the middle of the layout. So it has a nice foundation now, and it's much easier to look at. Now, I am something of a cheapskate when it comes to my scrapbook supplies, and while I love this, I really don't like that I'm wasting a whole 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock underneath all this pattern paper. So I came up with a little trick to get the most out of my paper, and I'm going to show that to you now. I'm going to take my paper trimmer. I'm going to put my paper so it sits about 1.5 inches over the cutting blade, and instead of starting at the top with my cut, I'm going to take my blade down to 1.5. So I did it the same measurement from the blade to the end of the paper and also from the top of the paper to the middle of the paper. And I'm going to start my cut in 1.5 inches down. And then I'm going to take it down to 10.5, because that'll be 1.5. And then I'm just going to keep doing this on all 4 sides, measuring again at 1.5 on the side and 1.5 at the top. And I'll flip it and do that again. And I will flip it and do that again. Now this paper, the way that we're doing it on this layout, it will be underneath. So if the cuts aren't exact, that's okay. And you can see, I actually need a little bit more of a cut here. So see, I popped out the center of that. You can see some of those cuts aren't exact, and that's okay because it's going to be underneath our layout. But now we have this nice piece, about 8 by 8, 8.5 by 8.5 square cardstock that we can use on another layout. We could use it to mat pictures for the current layout. I've already done that on here, so we won't be doing that. But this leaves me with a nice scrap to be able to use on another layout. And also you can use this technique not just for framing a layout, but also I used it when I created this frame in the middle of the layout. And this one I made sure the cuts were a little bit more precise since it was going to be on the top of the page. But this is a quick and easy way to save some of your paper and also get a nice foundation and really give that finishing touch to your page. So thank you for watching, and you can find us at useitscrapbooking.com. Thank you.